I'm Tasha. I'm from all over Illinois. And my artifact that I brought was this comb. It came in a super huge multi-pack that I got recently, you know. But the end of it, this little sucker.
Yeah.
All right. Let me just talk about this for a
Oh,
second.
yeah.
I can feel my scalp splitting every time I look at it. I'm like, there's my mother just down the wrong part of my head,
Oh my goodness.
and making my hair sit where it does not want to sit, and finding a way to part it in just whatever is the wrong spot, right? And my mom has very curly hair, and her parents didn't know what to do with it. So they would get just mad at her for not having nice hair. Just not helpful. And she never learned what to do with it. And then she had a girl, and she was terrified because she was like, I don't know what to do with her hair either. I don't even know what to do with mine. So I came along, and all she could think to do was to try to force me to have bangs. And so we would first, split my scalp down, and then take the front and just wet, right? Just this whole thing dripping. And she's trying to force bangs down. I have a widow's peak and a wicked cowlick. There's no forcing my hair down into bangs, but every picture day it was just like water dripping down my face. She did eventually give up, which was great. But then when I was about 7, my parents won some sweepstakes for a cruise to the Bahamas, which was wild. And so we went on this week-long cruise to the Bahamas, rained the whole time. But there was this lady on the beach, and she's, lady on the beach saying, $10 to put 3 braids in your hair. Great. I was so sold. Somebody who knew what they were doing with hair, yes, please, sign me up. I would like that. And so my mom was like, I don't know, can we swing to, we were very not well off. And she's like, $10 is a lot for 3 braids. And I was like, Mom, please, did the kid thing. And she gave in, and I got these 3 braids. There was 3 tiny little braids with these 3 beads on the end of each one, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so pretty.
Oh my goodness.
And
That's
so we
so
get
cute.
home, and I don't take these out for ages. And I was like, Mom, can you do more? Can you put it's just braids. Like, you can do this. And I
Yeah.
believe in you. They're just little braids. They shouldn't be hard. And so my mom, bless her, she really had to work at it, but she did figure out how this woman had done this. And she went out and she bought some beads, and she bought those tiny little elastics that snap right in your eyeball. And we would sit down. I remember sitting in front of her. She would sit on the end of the bed, and I would sit on the floor, and I would be up, super posture up, and she would be braiding my hair back, and it just killed her fingers because they were such tiny braids.
Oh yeah.
But she figured out, and she would do 2 or 3 braids a night. And we would sit there, and we would watch a show. We'd be in my parents' bedroom with the little TV, pop a DVD in, watch an episode of something, and she would braid my hair, 3 braids, and that was a routine for us every night for a while, until half of my head was braids and the other half was just fluffy. And I was really silly, but I loved it so much. And I was telling the story about whipping the braids back and forth, and the beads hitting me in the teeth. And but I loved having that. But the thing was less about the braids. The braids were exciting at the time, but what I remember now isn't really the braids. It's about the time connecting with my mom and having her there. Fast forward to when I was in my 20s, I shaved my head. My mom was horrified, but I did it for charity, and I've done a lot with my hair since then. And right before I got married, I was at my parents' house for about a week visiting them, and we had just kind of this tender moment of oh, Tasha's all grown up now. She's getting married, and she's gonna start her whole life, and my mom asked me, what are you going to do with your hair for the wedding? And I was like, I don't know, I'm probably just going to curl it. It's kind of a pity that we don't do hair in this family, because it'd be fun for you to do my hair. And she goes, yeah, that would have been cool. I definitely can't. Yeah, you're right. And I said, but you could do it right now. Do you want to like braid my hair? And she goes, I could try. And she gets out this stupid wet comb and we're right back to the beginning. But she got it out, and I have this picture of both of us laughing at how badly she's doing braiding my hair and how it's just all falling out of her fingers and she cannot seem to get a good enough grip on my hair, and it's just but it was silly and it was fun, and it was very much relational with my mom, and I've never had a good braid in my life since those little ones from the Bahamas, but that's all right because I got my mom
Beautiful.
in Illinois.
Beautiful.